What's up, gamers? Koobs here. Welcome to the video. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. You're playing the finals, right? Because there's no way that at this point, like 8 seasons into the game, with as much hype and excitement that there is around the finals right now, there's no way that you're still not playing this game, right? Right? Like, you're totally on board, you're totally experiencing all of this fast-paced awesomeness. I mean, just look at some of these clips. You're just gonna be amazed at the stuff that you see today. And I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk and hype up this game because I think it's so freaking fun. And people, they'll use words sometimes like peak. Is this peak? It might freaking be, and you're missing out on it right now. And you didn't even. There's no reason to. It's completely free. Just go download it. Just go play it for a little bit. Play it for a couple of hours. I guarantee you'll be hooked on it. I played it so much the first weekend of Season 8 that I got into the top 1,000 players of Quick Cash. Now I know Quick Cash, it's just kind of like a casual game mode. So getting in the top 1,000 players isn't like anything to write home about. It's not ranked or, you know, world tour or anything like that. But that's just... It's more of a measurement of how much I was playing the game because I was having so much fun. I was going to make this video come out last weekend, but I was playing the game all weekend, so it's here now. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about this game. I watch clips of the game, I want to play the game. I think about the game, I want to play the game. Just go play the finals if you haven't already, because it's just so freaking good. Probably the best shooter that's out right now. We could maybe think about some other contenders, but it's definitely up there. Definitely up there when it comes to online competitive games. I mean, even in some of the more casual game modes, I find myself on the edge of my seat. You know, I'm leaning forward, I'm sweating a little bit, and yeah, it's just one of those games. You just kind of get, you get the feeling. You get the urge to go out there and just go crazy. Just go crazy for this game. Absolutely love it. Completely free to play. Like, there's no reason not to check this out for yourself if you haven't already. Season 8 has been absolutely fantastic so far. I mean, we've got even more destruction now than we had before, and I would say that before this update we had pretty dang good destruction. I mean, some of the best out there when it comes to multiplayer shooters, some of the best destruction physics in any games ever, and now it's taken it up a notch even further. I mean, it's just completely bonkers right now. The state of the game is so good. I'm constantly amazed at how much attention they give to just the little things, the balancing of these weapons. Oh, talking about weapons, we got 2 new weapons. We got the Big Iron. We got the new BFR Titan, and this thing slaps. It hits harder than a freight train. It's so much fun to use. It is a little bit slow. It is a little bit clunky. But when it hits, man, it hits. And I'm just absolutely loving this thing. I'll be completely honest, I'll own it. My aim is trash sometimes. And there is a little bit of latency sometimes when you're playing the finals, so it might look like your shot should land, but it doesn't. And it's probably because the other player isn't where you think they are. But when it hits, I'm telling you, man, it just feels so good. And you can almost one-shot these lights. Oh my gosh. Headshots doing like 149 damage or something absolutely crazy like that. Having an absolute blast with this gun. And I don't even play heavy that often, but now it's like the perfect addition to the heavy class to give them a little something at long range. And I'm just, man, so good. So good. The style of the gun, high risk, high reward. I do feel like I'm constantly using, you know, I'm always reloading because I'm always missing my shots. But man, look at this shot here. I'm going to ping this guy from across the map. Can barely even see him. Boom. And he's gone. He's just out of here. Eliminated. It's just so good. And then, of course, unfortunately, no new weapons for the light this season. But they've got plenty of stuff to The light has plenty of appeal already. I don't think that they need a new gun at the moment, and that might be controversial, but let's talk about this P90. Let's talk about the P90. The medium class is getting a submachine gun. This thing is just a bullet hose. Having a blast with this one too. Doesn't hit the hardest, but that extended magazine of 50 rounds, I mean, man, if you're jumping into a room with two teams fighting each other, you can just bang, 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 take out 3 or 4 guys all at once. It's got a pretty quick reload too. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought the reload time was going to be a little bit longer on this thing. The hip fire is great. It's just fast. It's fluid. It's a really great addition. And that's one of the things that I just absolutely love about this game. They're always like finding a new way to fill a specific niche for these classes. Because like we had good ranged options with the medium class. We had some pretty solid assault rifles, you know, for the mid-range, and we had some shotguns, but not everybody likes the shotguns, you know? And so having something like this P90 to fill this kind of short to medium range, fast-paced, you know, high rate of fire, it's just been awesome, man. Don't know what else you could have possibly asked for this season when it came to new weapons. Now, I will say I am excited to see what new gadgets, what new specializations we start getting in the future. And I had this idea the other day of having like a dematerializing grenade. I feel like that would be pretty cool. You just throw a grenade at something and it dematerializes it. Because, man, I absolutely love the dematerializer. And I've got to say, my boy, what have they done to my boy? We got hit with a nerf this season to the dematerializer. We have 2 charges instead of 3 now. Not the direction I would have liked to see it go in. I think they could have maybe upped the cooldown but kept the same number of charges. Just because 3 charges gives you a lot more versatility, and that's what I loved about this thing. And I have noticed that there is a little bit of a, I guess I'd call it a bug. I don't really know what to call it. So take a look at this. So I just used my dematerializer, and then right after the cash box dropped, I wanted to rematerialize so that hole would close, and I just kind of lost my second charge. I'm not exactly sure what happened, and it happened to me multiple times. Here's another one where I go to rematerialize it, and I'm out of charges. There, I didn't even fully dematerialize the floor. See, I took out most of the panel, but I didn't get the whole thing. But then even if I went to go use it again, my charge was gone. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. A little bit bummed that we got hit with a nerf. Like I said, I think it would have been nice to change maybe the cooldown rate of the charges instead of taking away a charge. But I do love that we got this kind of adjustment where when we do rematerialize it, it does the whole section again. And that's just been so great. Like I mentioned earlier, the destruction taken up to level 11. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. Walking on a rooftop, the whole building comes down. And I find that, like, even though these buildings are being destroyed and it kind of changes up the terrain of the battlefield that we're playing on, it never feels like you're just playing on this flat pile of rubble. There's still shape. There's still, you know, walls and barriers and different things like that within these collapsed structures that just, it's so awesome. It like everything in the game can be destroyed, can be taken out, and it can completely change the way that you play the game, and I'm just absolutely loving that. Of course, we got the environmental factors. Every single time that you go into a match, there's going to be some kind of, well, at least when we're talking about quick cash, there's going to be some kind of like event that'll happen. And we've got a new one added this season where when somebody dies, they'll like drop a bomb where they died, and then that bomb might do damage to the players that are nearby or to the environment. And then of course we've got low gravity. There's like an orbital laser strike that happens sometimes, so you have to stay moving, because if you don't, you know, if you stay still for too long, that an orbital strike will come down on you. It's just so good. There's just so much to love about this game. We've got Team Deathmatch now. We've had that since, I think, last season. We've got a new game type, which is, I forget what it's called. I think it's called head-to-head. they ran it as an event at the end of last season. I'm pretty sure it's called Head to Head, where it's just 2 teams. It's pretty much the same thing as Quick Cash, but there's just 2 teams. And I really think that's a fantastic addition to the game, especially when it comes to the new players that are trying to get into the finals. Because something like Quick Cash, it is chaotic. I mean, having 3 teams of 3, you can find yourself in a pickle sometimes where you're pinched between 2 teams. And that can be a little bit difficult when you're still trying to learn the game. So adding in this head-to-head game mode, it still allows you to learn how the game is played and how the objective of the game works, of getting the cash box and depositing it and defending it. But there's less stakes, you know, in that situation. It's just your team of 3 against another team of 3. It's also really good practice if you're somebody who gets into the ranked and World Tour game modes where it does eventually get down to just a head-to-head competition. And I also think that it's a really smart addition for them to add in these play styles. We have these play styles now so that for new players you can kind of, it's a little bit easier to build your initial character than it was before, because you can just unlock a play style like the medic or the assassin or the I think they called him like the demolition expert. Each of these are for different classes, you know, different weight classes of characters, but instead of having to unlock items one at a time, you get a whole bundle. So it's like you'll be given a gun and a specialization and a couple of gadgets to kind of fit this specific play style that they're kind of going for. There's a heavy where you get a shield and the dome shield, so it's all about playing defensively. And there's, you know, there's the scout for the light class where you've got a sniper rifle and the sonar grenades and things like that. And I think that that's just a really great addition to the game, because I do feel like that was one of their weaknesses, was the new player experience. Because of the way that the game works, you have to unlock all of these different weapons over time. When a new season releases, the weapons that are brand new, they cost a lot more currency than all of the weapons that have been there already. So if you want to try the new stuff, then you have to kind of really keep a hold of your VRs, which is the currency that you use to unlock things within the game. And so you have to kind of be smart about your currency. But by adding these play styles, it really kind of it speeds up that process for new players. So you can just kind of jump right in, you can try some things out, figure out what you like, what you don't like, and really just kind of start getting into the flow of what the finals has to offer. And I think that it's just been absolutely fantastic. I've been absolutely having a blast this season so far. And man, if you're not already playing the finals, what is holding you back? What is stopping you? Go check it out, because it's so good. It's so good. That's pretty much the gist of what I've got to say, but this is going to be a little bit of a sneak peek for my next video that'll be coming out soon. I am a Riot Shield warrior. I freaking love this thing. I've been having so much fun with the Riot Shield. Probably my favorite weapon in the game. And I'm going to have a whole video going over the Riot Shield, what I like about it, sharing some of my awesome clips and some tips. I wouldn't really call it a guide, because again, I'm somebody who plays Quick Cash. It's a very casual game mode. I'm not trying to get super competitive, and so that means that I might not necessarily be playing with the top of the line players who are using the meta loadouts and things like that. But at the very least, I'm going to try to share some of my experience and knowledge about the Riot Shield with all of you. So that's been the video. Thanks so much for being here. I have been and always will be Koobs. Peace and love, gamers.